Well, the dev stream finally happened, so here we go with another video.
Oh, I'm so happy! I'm so happy! This is the best day of my life!
We have a lot to go through, so let's just get into this. In the SWTOR devs live stream, we got a lot of news, some good, surprisingly, and also some bad, unsurprisingly.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the f*** is that?
Also, Utinicast, who is a popular and renowned SWTOR podcast, was able to land an interview with Eric Musker and Keith, so we have even more to talk about with information from that interview. However, I'll be talking more about that at the end. There will be a link to that interview in the description if you want to go watch it. So the first thing to talk about here is the fact that the next story update for the game has been delayed.
What the actual fuck did you just say to me right now?
We currently do not have all the elements we need to complete this story and to deliver it to you. So with that in mind, we are delaying the Galactic Threads storyline, just the storyline, until we can complete the story to our quality standards and what you're expecting when you play the story.
We have been given no date for when the story update will release. All we know is that it's not ready for quality reasons. I don't know about you, but I think we all should be adults in our reaction to this.
What? What? Why are you delaying it? I already waited 6 months nearly. Why?
Okay, maybe the story being delayed really does suck, but honestly, as much as I'm irritated by it, I'd rather they release something that's well packaged and polished versus something I'm just going to make a video on criticizing it. Seems they are learning, so I guess this is good. Quality over quantity is always the best policy here. But just as a reminder to the devs, this does mean that Legacy of the Sith is now the longest running expansion with the least amount of story progress.
Boring!
We started back in 22 with
Malgus has gone rogue. He's off pursuing his own ends that everyone's pretty sure are bad, given his history. That's definitely a good assumption to make.
to now, nearly 3 years later, it being the same thing.
And offer their assistance to help track down Shae Vizsla and Darth Malgus.
So it's just always chase Malgus and see what he's doing. It's lame. I know I've said this before, but I know you guys feel the same way too, so it's worth saying it again. With all that being said, they did give us a small story teaser, which if I remember, I will also link in the description for you. So check that out, because it's the last bit of new story you're going to see this year. Okay, so the next thing we learn is that even though the story is delayed, patch 7.6 will still be arriving on schedule to deliver us the new dynamic encounters, along with an all-new lair boss on Ilum. So to be clear, patch 7.6 is still coming in December. I think December 10th, so it will line up with Life Day. Oh yeah, Life Day is coming back and they have 2 new rewards, which are these on screen. If you don't know what dynamic encounters are, then check the video out I made that explains them in depth and what you can get from them. One thing I didn't include in that video though is that you can get these load lifter mounts from doing the dynamic events, which are kind of lame, but they also have the ability to have your mini pet ride on the back, so I guess that's neat. Speaking of mounts that can have mini pets on them, they are also doing a new subscriber reward for December. So if you're a subscriber, then you'll also get this mount and you can have your active companion and mini pet all ride along with you at the same time. I think this is cool, but also just novelty. Would have been better if the mount allowed another actual player to get on it, but I guess this is the first step towards that, maybe. The next thing we learned is that for dynamic encounters and some other side content, they will now be using a terminal to start and complete missions. They are calling this the Commlink. It's a new game feature. It's basically a holo terminal that displays text boxes. The devs said it will have the ability to grant dark and light side points, and you will also be able to redeem rewards possibly here, like a vendor. Again, basically, it's just a new way to receive and hand in quests. I don't really have an opinion on this, although it does just seem like a beta test for seeing if players will accept less voice-acted content. But it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts on that one. The next thing we learned about is that more art modernization has been happening. Korriban, Typhon and Ilum, and even more have all been updated with better textures and overall world graphics. This comes from the fact that they've made really good progress with DirectX 12 updates. I love the look of Korriban now, so for me this is a huge W. I don't mind this at all. Along with this, the devs also announced that they are working to improve your character's visual fidelity. So you may have noticed that many new NPC characters you meet in the game have much better looking faces than your own personal characters. That's about to change. They explained they will be improving fidelity and textures to modernize our personal roster of characters. I saw that some people think this is a waste of resources or might hurt their current appearance, but I honestly think this is a rare win from the dev team. Our characters have looked like low resolution trash for far too long now. This is a welcome change. Definitely let me know what you guys think to this one. Now to wrap this up with the dev stream news, I'm going to quick fire off some of the other things we have coming. We have a new lair boss coming on Ilum, which you've probably already seen on the player test server. We've got new augments coming, and you'll need to defeat the new lair boss to be able to craft them. The Mac launcher is going well, and soon they will finish testing. A character name purge will be happening with the next update. This means you'll lose your character names if you do not log in soon. This is actually quite important. You can avoid losing your names by just subscribing, but that's up to you. Lastly here, we have PvP Season 7 coming, and I have to say that the outfits they chose as a reward are just awful. It is literally just feathers. This does not look like PvP gear, but that's just my opinion. Alright, that's pretty much all of the good stuff from the developer livestream. They did talk about the screenshot competition and also Twitch drops, and along with cartel market items, but I have zero interest in that, and I'm not going to sell it here, so if you want to know more about them, then go check out the dev stream using the link below. My overall thoughts here are that I'm just disappointed that the story isn't coming this year. I've been looking forward to it ever since the ending of the last update, which showed us Malgus being freed from prison. I just really want to see the ending of the story and see what comes next. This update definitely seems like a more healthy update than usual, but again, the missing story content does and will suck for a lot of players. If the devs are watching this video, then I want you to do an interview on my channel. Let's do a live community interview and take questions from the chat. Players are looking for more answers still around many things for the game. Let's set something up and show the players we're able to unite over a common passion. Star Wars: The Old Republic. Okay, as I said at the start of the video, UtiniCast was able to get an interview with Keith and Eric, but I really don't want to give too much of it away. In this interview, I was able to pick up on something interesting. I did actually have an entire script prepared for my reaction to the interview, however, I feel it's best to keep it short and sweet. I picked up on Keith giving a few nods to controller and or console support in the future. So do me a favor and go check out that video and tell them I sent you. Alright, that's it for Star Wars: The Old Republic and for the end of this year and into 2025. Thank you for watching everyone, let me know your thoughts as always, and may the Force be with you.